it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades, TV shows that ruled. You know we're kicking it old school. MTV playing our favorite jams, moonwalking with MJ, neon slam. Ghostbusters gear, we're ready to go. Chasing slasher scenes, fears in tow. Back to the future, hop in the DeLorean. Knight Rider cruising, man, there's no ignoring them. Battlestar Galactica, what a ride. Looney Tunes antics, pure joy inside. Blockbusters ruled, we lined up for days. Video games booted up in the pixelated maze. Movie marathons and popcorn nights, we ruled the screen, living in the lights. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. Grab your joystick, the game's about to start. A high-score world, now that's an art. We're cruising on hoverboards, living our dream. Old school forever, we're igniting the scene. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school.
Today's episode is brought to you by PTZ Optics. This ability upgrade. New Wave Toys and their Replicate Amusements products. GG Retrobox. Get 3 to 5 games from your favorite series, consoles, and game genres delivered to your doorstep every month with GG Retrobox, the ultimate retro gaming subscription box for video game enthusiasts. Use code GRS15 at checkout to get 15% off your first box. And
Boom shakalaka! Hey everybody, it's Tim Kitzer here, the voice of some of your favorite video games like NBA Jam and NFL Blitz. And I'm here to talk to you about Old School Gamer Magazine. It's the magazine for retro gaming, and it's exploding. Kaboom! Print issues come out every other month, and if you want to go green, digital options are available. Visit oldschoolgamer.com and subscribe now. That's oldschoolgamer.com. Boom shakalaka! Kaboom!
And we have sound, perhaps? We'll see. Happy Friday, everyone. We made it once again, kicking old school once again, and I'm going to welcome everyone in the chat. I'm assuming mic is working. It looks like it's working, so we'll go through the chat, and we shall see. Audio is good. Thank you, Upkus. Okay, so we have our resident Jason here, as always. Dan Z, Alfred Berger, welcome. The Rexter Show with his welcome. Papa Brad's Gaming, Pliskin's Runs, Sir Sega, Jeff D, Andy's Game Room, JLS Gaming, one of the sponsors of Kicking Old School, is on tonight. Brooklyn Menace, excellent fellow. Make sure you subscribe to Brooklyn Menace's channel. Thumper Squid, McCray 1114, just want to say happy Friday, everyone. And J-Rod, howdy all. JJ, JJ saying bring back the other electronic music for your intro, Glenn, or better yet, Google the Mind in the Box 8-bits. You'll thank me later. I'll take a look at that, JJ. We actually already have what happened here? God damn it, my phone? We already got a super chat? Of course we did. We got to pull up here. So that's from Kevin Clausen giving us a super chat already. Does the song have the Puyan lyrics in it? I don't think so. But Kevin, again, thanks for joining us on Friday, and thanks for the super chat, of course. Where was I? Paul Barrows is here. Mike Mitchell B. Hobby Hands. I think we got everyone to see. Make sure I got everyone. Upkiss, as I said before. PB and J. You can go on late today. I'm only going to do the hour. I know Super Game Dudes. We'll talk about that at the Pinball Gaming Expo, but I'll still only do an hour. I got to do my laundry. Got to do my dishes. You know, the man stuff we got to do still at the house. Retro Ryan is here. And I think we're all caught up. I think I got everyone over there. So I want to welcome everyone to the singular edition of Kicking Old School. Welcome you guys, as always, starting your Fridays off this weekend. Super Gamer Dubes is not here. They are all at the Pinball Expo. I know Retro Ralph's out there. I know that Cool Toys out there. Of course, P-Dubs, Michael B, and all the rest of the gang, K19 Fox. All those guys are out there. I like pinball, but I'm not willing to go and spend like $10,000 on a pinball. I still have my video. Still trying to hit 10,000 views on that to see people on a 1/6 scale, a fully functional virtual pinball machine. I think around 6,500. Nowhere near 10,000, so I'm not sure if there's really the true interest for it. I mean, people say they want it, but it's been up for a month. Haven't hit 10,000 on that yet. So I'm not sure if virtual pinball will be coming just yet, but other things will still be coming down the pipeline. We'll talk about some things tonight. And, you know, pinball, I do like it, but I can't see how these guys are spending $7,000 to $10,000 on multiple machines. And they're humongous, take up a lot of space. I'm trying to actually downsize my stuff, and I don't want to go bigger. We have something here from Stephen. What do we got here? Glenn's Show. When you talk to Stephen next, please thank him again for me for the song he made for the show. It's so awesome. I can't foresee a time when it's never get tired of it. And Stephen M, you know what? It's so funny. You know, Stephen came up with this great song. It's actually like the 5th or 6th version you guys are hearing. All the versions we got that he did were really good. He said there was others that weren't good, but they were all like earworms. They get stuck in your ear. But this was the one that was generated that we got the license for. The other ones were for personal use, just to listen to. We couldn't really use them. This one we have the license to do so, so we own it. And you know, it's our song. It's actually Steven's song. He's letting me use it, if I'm going to be honest. But that's a shame he's not here anymore to enjoy it because I like it myself. Maybe too much. Rabiroto Moto. Kevin here. I'm with you, Glenn. Pinballs are fun, but I just got go to Galloping Ghost versus 10th. I mean, mechanical pinballs are phenomenal. There's a lot of intricate work, but spending 10,000, 5,000, whatever thousands of dollars on one machine when you have bills to pay, when you have kids, when you have a family, to me, that's just, again, if people want to do it, that's fine. That's not for me. If I was to spend $1,000 or $500 on a virtual pinball, that would be good enough for me. I know everyone's different. People want to collect. They want to have the real thing there. I mean, obviously, I have machines behind me, and I want people to enjoy those things. But it's just such a huge investment. I just can't see spending $10,000 on a pinball. But that's just me. I love pinball, but I agree with you. I'd rather go somewhere, play for a little bit, and not worry about a failure of the machine. I remember when I think Michael B got his, and also when Congress got his original, there was some problems with it. They got it fixed, but you don't spend $10,000 and have a problem with that. Brooklyn Menace has been playing Halloween Ash versus Evil Dead on his channel. I recommend this game highly for horror and retro game fans. But man, it gets retro difficult. Well, Brooklyn, hats off to you. And guys, check out his channel. Check out that video. Halloween and Ash, Evil Dead are two things I enjoy. So I'll have to check it out myself. Simon, thank you. Appreciate it, buddy. Happy Friday to you, and welcome to Kicking Old School tonight. It is already October, my God, 18th. This month's almost over. I got to start getting stuff out of the attic and getting ready for Halloween. Got to start decorating the house. Normally, I would spend a month doing it. I would do the house, projectors, fog machines. I'd put tombstones and crosses. I mean, big, humongous, like 2x4 crosses out in the yard. It was just crazy. I don't get enough kids now, especially if it's during the week. If it's during the week and I'm going to get like 15, 20 people, it's not worth spending a month setting it up. So I'll pick up some animatronics and put on the porch. I got some animatronics to put out there, and I put my projectors in the window and play my music. I took off 2 days before to set up that. My son and I will creep out the people on the porch, but Halloween's just not what it used to be when we were growing up. It got big maybe 10 years ago, and then definitely after COVID, it kind of like really dropped off pretty big. Plisket's Run, I think, is talking about pinball. One thing I would like, but other things you can't have. And that's what it comes down to. I mean, my collection has gotten to the point now where I think every collector gets to this point where they go, all right, do I have too many things? And I do. And what do I want to keep? What do I want to concentrate on? And what do I want to get rid of? So my ultimate goal is I'm going to definitely keep my retro consoles. You know, my Magnavox Odyssey, my Odyssey 2, my Atari and Television Coleco, all those I'm keeping. Obviously, my handhelds, my Build-A-Cades, I'm going to keep those. I'm contemplating, don't attack me yet. I definitely am keeping one of the iiRcades. May keep both because they're both pretty damn nice. They both have their strengths and weaknesses, with the light-up marquee. And the Legends Ultimate I have there as well. But like you see over here on the other camera here, if I pull it over, you can see I have my Zaxxon, and then there's Tron next to it. And Tron just lights up. I mean, I've always had, since the day I got it, I had a 80% chance of it not turning on other than those lights you see, or the game actually turning on. It's probably a capacitor problem, some type of power problem in there. But, it's glowing, and actually it glows better in there when it's not playing the game. But outside of that, I want to start getting rid of stuff. I'm even contemplating, I have a lot of prototype things. So I have my Star Wars Yoke prototype for that, Tron prototype for that, maybe signing them and doing giveaways. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's worth having a signature of mine on one of my prototype units and doing giveaways for that? Because I really am trying to, I think, got to the point in my life where I enjoy the hobby and I want to focus on certain things, including making stuff for you guys. But I really don't have the house to really store it anymore. I cleaned out a bedroom. I have a bedroom cleaned up, which now has actually the R-Cade. Was it the R-Cade, Arcade 2 TV XR, which I'm doing, videos on right now. But I'll probably end up doing maybe a giveaway or selling that one as well, because I want to get a bedroom back up there and keep it that way. It actually is empty except for that one thing in there right now. But I want to try and focus more on certain things. A lot of people come to me about doing reviews, and I kind of limit that now. I mean, X-Arcade is a partner, so absolutely I'm going to do videos for them. Still being honest with it. I think on that X-Arcade 2 TV XR is nice. I'm going to do the next video with the VR headset and see how that plays out. But I do wish they had spinners on there, and I do wish there was a shelf there and a spot to maybe put a laptop or a single board computer and a projector. It was really, I think, made for that more than anything. And I want to keep rambling on. People talking in the chat here. We have Booker Menace. Loving my Viper on the iiRcade. We're going to talk about the Viper too as well. Playing it now while watching the show. Cheers, man. Enjoy, for sure. Jim is here. Jim, the Pacers fan. Hey, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to Kicking Old Stool, my friend. School. Gotta get something to drink, I think. Yeah, right. I literally only get like 7 to 9 kids now for Halloween. That's the problem. Even candy. You get some candy, you can spend $300 or $400 on candy. How insane is that? Now, that's going on overboard. You can easily spend $100 and not have a lot of candy. And you don't know. You don't want kids to come to the house and not have candy. But also, it's been dwindling. You don't get many kids that go to the big developments, which is I think kind of shitty, personally. Half the fun is walking from house to house, seeing the other kids, seeing how they're dressed, and that stuff. When you get in a car, drive one house and get out. Get in the car, drive one house and get out. That's not Halloween. Let's just stay home. I don't even bother dealing with people like that personally. What do we got here? Do a 10,000 pinball giveaway. Yeah, that will never happen on this channel. Not with the money I make on this channel and everything else. That'll never happen. What a mouthful. X-Arcade. Yeah, it's a big name. The X-Arcade 2 TV XR. It is a mouthful, but it is a nice unit. If you don't have anything else, there are some things I would have changed, as I'll talk about in the videos. But it's a solid machine. I mean, if you want something that's got good controls, that's built like a tank, that's going to be the R-Cade stuff for sure. Meatball Saucy, welcome, buddy. And I got spaghetti this weekend, I think. So meatballs would be nice. I'm very interested in the connectivity of the R-Cade control panel with the Quest 3. Yeah, I have a Quest 2. My T-Sticks, everyone's been saying, Glenn, get a Quest 3, get a Quest 3. But I just got the Quest 2 not too long ago. And I don't want to spend another $3. I don't want to get the low-end one. I want to get the one with the pancake lenses. That's like $500. So I won't be doing a Quest 3 review, but I'll doing it definitely on a Quest 2. I know the Quest 3 would be better because of the augmented reality aspect of it. But I'm dying to see how they work as well. I got the emulator sent to me. I got to put it on my machine and try it out. Hopefully this weekend. Hopefully this weekend I'll have some time to do that. JJ, I'm with you, Glenn, which is why I only got two. Only two of my Build-A-Case. I want to talk about my stuff. You buy lots of my stuff. I'm just kidding. You Build-A-Case to go, my collector for replicates. Lack of space, price. That's the big thing, and that's the big thing as well. Prices are going up, unfortunately. Everything's getting more expensive except our salaries. Now, our salaries are staying the same. Shipping costs are going up. Component prices are going up. I'm more worried about shipping more than anything, especially with my full-size Build-A-Cade FU edition, or full-size unit, not anything else. Not the final name. That's the test name for it. I'm just worried about shipping costs. We're working and trying to do the best we can, but that's something that's just completely out of our control. Green 787, get the PSVR 2 and do the PC adapter. I think they're cheaper now. It's just my problem is right now I have expenses all over the place. I'm trying to laser focus. I don't play games a lot, to be quite honest. I enjoy watching people play them. I think as I got older, I really like watching other people play and see the enjoyment they get from them. Because I suck at a lot of games nowadays anyway. I'm just getting old. I can't see nothing. It's just more of a pain. But it's the VR, I got to say, I only got 2 games on it. Well, 3. The Space Cadet one, or Cadet Pirate, whatever that game is. Love that game. Vader Immortal. Love that game. And the Iron Man game. Love that game. So I don't really even have a lot for them. And I keep replaying those because I just think they're phenomenal. But I know that augmented reality and there's better glasses out there. But maybe one day, so prices have to come down. That's really the thing for me. All right, so let's talk about a couple of things today. So I'm going to pull up my little browser over here because New Wave Toys kind of made an announcement. If I can find it over here, where's my browser? Browser. I have too many windows. Over here. Hard to do everything yourself. You got to do everything yourself. I'm going to pull this up over here. So New Wave Toys is starting to do, they have their own channel. They got the New Wave Toys Episode 1 Arcade Life channel. I know Shadow got himself, I think he got himself a mint asteroids. And I think he said it was Robotron. I forgot. He got 2 things that were like mint condition. So kudos to him for that. But they had an announcement. And let's see if I can get this announcement to work. Hopefully everything will be working okay. So let's see what New Wave Toys announced. Well, I think it was yesterday. Let's go.
All right.
So not a huge announcement, but also a huge announcement. I mean, it wasn't like they had something to show, but they did get a deal going for more mini pinball machines. And I'm not sure if it was the whole announcement or more. I should have maybe stopped it too early. That might could have been
It's
it.
really short,
Yeah,
so it might be.
I'm gonna roll it twice here.
And there you go. You see.
That's it. So they got licenses with Bally as well. So we're talking pinball machines. They're doing these little miniature pinball machines out of replicas. Not fully working, but they will have sound effects and look arcade accurate. But also they have access to Williams arcade machines. Robotron, perhaps. Now Tron was a Bally Midway game, but I think Disney really owns that. But Robotron would be a great thing. Defender. Getting access to those things, maybe doing it at a 1/6 scale. 1/6 scale. That would be kind of cool. So hats off to Shiloh on that. And of course, we're still working on the Golden Tee pre-orders and the Crystal Castles, which of course I'm involved in with the trackball. But it'd be kind of nice maybe to do larger control panels for Robotron, right? Or larger controls for Defender. Maybe we can, GRS and T6 can partner up with them on those type of controls. You had me at Black Knight. Black Knight 2000 is a really good game. And actually, my first 1/6 scale miniature pinball that I had made, it was so slow. That's like the only game it played well. Black Knight 2000. But of course, I've gotten to work a little bit better on that one. Of course, now I have even a better one. And I do want to offer people a 1/6 scale fully working pinball machine. Let me see if I can find that video here. How many people on that one? Let's see. Let's see what we have over here. Here it is. Let's pull this back up again. Oh, la, 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 la. So this is the video right here. And we have only 5,300 views out of 10,000 I wanted to get.
And
let me turn up the sound here for a second. So if I can get, you know, 10,000 views, I was kind of hoping I'd get it relatively quickly, 10,000 views, but I have not. So right now, this is not on the table to build, but it's very doable. Building a fully functional virtual pinball in a 1/6 scale with these new mini PCs and screens. I was even going to put accelerometers in there for nudges, a physical mechanical plunger, not a digital plunger, but a mechanical plunger. All these things we would have done, but I've only got 5,200 views out of 10,000. It was put up 7 months ago. So I'm going to have to say that this is my original unit too. It's just running Tron now. And go a little further. This is a John Sloan one. And this is gorgeous, what he did. And this is kind of what I would like to do, something really of this caliber. But again, we just haven't seen enough interest in it. I mean, 10,000 views shouldn't be crazy for something like this, even to do it. But this is very doable. Just don't have the views. So it's a project that right now is just gonna kind of sit there. I'll put the link down here in the chat if you guys want to check it out. Maybe tell your friends. And if you can get people to 10,000, I'll go to my team and say we got it. But honestly, it's after 7 months, we haven't really gotten a lot. So to me, the interest is really not there as much as I kind of would have thought. But the link's down there for the virtual pin. I just put it in. And let's hide this out of the way. Shablagoo, go away. Just like so. And let's see here. So another thing I kind of wanted to talk about. Actually, let me check the chat. I'll babble all night. With Steven, no one here to shut me up. I'll keep babbling all night. Let me do a quick check on the chat here. Hollywood Polo. We need a three-quarter scale V-pin. Yeah, again, I like to do stuff small. Not because I work with small things all day. Don't think that. But in any case, I think it's really neat having these 1/6 scale. I always like 1/6 scale. We could always go bigger, just like we're doing with the Build-A-Cade. You know, we first did a 1/6 scale, kind of got all the kinks out, made all controllers for it and things, and now we're going to upscale it to full size. We're going to talk about the full size Build-A-Cade FU edition, the full size unit, in a little bit. But a couple things I do want to talk about. Let me go through the chat though real quick. A fully functional pinball would be crazy. That's the thing, you know. And I remember when Shiloh announced the black hole, someone in the chat had a great idea. Make the top layer removable, right? So you make it look like the machine. You pull it off and just screen below it. So you could then have both, the best of both worlds, really. You can have a virtual pinball of that game playing, even though you can't have the physical pinball. But how cool would it be to have a physical pinball that could do both? So hopefully Shiloh will take that and potentially make that happen. Me, I just want to do a virtual pin. I just want a virtual pinball, play all the little games you want, put next year Build-A-Cade, put next year 1/6 scale, New Wave toys, and so forth. Another super chat from Kevin Clausen, buddy. FU is funny. It's Zero Super. It's just a code name. It's just a code name. The Build-A-Cade FU edition for Build-A-Cade full-size unit. We're still working on an actual name, but who knows? Maybe FU is the way to go. I don't know. But I don't want people to think it's an FU to them because it's not. It's definitely not. J-Rod, go check out the video. Please do so. Tell your friends. You know, if we can get to 10,000, I can go back to my guys. Right now, they want to murder me as it is with my full-size Build-A-Cade FU, because which we're going to talk about. I had I've been an hour-long conversation with them this morning about it. But there's other things I want to talk about as well. But let me check the chat here real quick. That is a great idea. So having a Fox topper that's got it, how Charlotte's doing it now, to look the way it looks. You press the button and the ball goes in like an inch. They pop that off. They have a V-pin below it. Of course, it'd be expensive. I mean, he's already charging what, $170 for that, probably like $300. But some people would do it. Again, that's the whole point. These are collectibles. So people will do it. And let's see what else we got going on over here. Meatball Saucy had a long week, 60 hours. Yeah, I usually work about 60 to 62 hours a week on average. That's kind of what I do at the hospital. It's long days, plus doing this stuff, plus doing reviews, plus doing my testing, plus getting stuff built. So let me go over to the next thing I want to talk about. So you guys, I assume, are familiar with Ultramark, right? You guys know Ultramark. Let's pull up this over here again. You guys know Ultramark. Right there. So you have the Ultramark. And then, of course, you also have, go over here, let's go to my controls. We have the GRS spinners. Let's go over here, if I can find it. I'm half blind. Button spinners. Let's go to this one over here. Bam. So we have the GRS. Yes, we can save 20%. You can save more than that, too. Sales. Testing, testing. There we go. I think I'm back. What is it with audio? I don't get it. It's tested, and fixed. Okay, great. So I don't know what you guys heard. I'll start again. So you have the Ultramark, and the Ultramark touts that they have the highest resolution of 1,200 pulses per revolution. That's the big thing they tout. And again, I'll put my spinner, my standard buttonhole spinner, and my push-pull spinner up with the Ultramark any day of the week. But people do say that has 1,200 pulses per revolution, and they're better because of that. So, okay. So we don't tell people you're wrong. We don't tell people too bad. That's not what GRS and T6 do. We listen. We go back to the drawing board. So if you already own a version 2 buttonhole spinner or a version 2 push-pull spinner, Discotron, for about $5, give or take $1, depending, you can be able to purchase soon a new PCB, which will give our spinners up to 4,000 pulses per revolution. So we're going to give you more than 3 times what the Ultramark's going to be able to do, and it's going to be software adjustable in an application for us but also you could still do it in MAME. So Ultimark may have 1,200. Well, we're going to take that title away from them. We are now going to have the ultimate spinner with going up to 4,000 pulses per revolution, software adjustable anywhere between those settings. And again, that's about $5 new PCB you can purchase. But if you purchase one like now, we will send you one as soon as they're available. You'll get the free upgrade. You don't have to spend $5. So if you purchase one now, we'll send you the PCB and no charge. But if you had a problem, let's say playing Arkanoid or Breakout, you felt the sensitivity was wrong, well, with 4,000 revolution pulses per minute, or revolution, I should say, well, that's gone. For people who even said in Tron, a disc of Tron, it wasn't right. Well, 4,000, you have everywhere in between to set it the way you want. So GRS doesn't mess around. We listen to you guys. And I'll make an announcement as soon as that PCB is available. Again, it'll be about $5, give or take. Just unscrew the bottom, 4 screws or 3 screws, and just put the new PCB on. Done. You connect it to a PC. You can adjust the pulses up to 4,000 pulses per minute, which is going to be 3 times greater than the Ultimark Ultra Resolution Unbeatable 1200. Well, GRS just beat you, Ultimark. And we will continue to beat everyone out there, not only in quality, not only in price, but in features. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about tonight. So I'll let you know as soon as it's available. But definitely check out always the T-Sticks website, which again, we're still running our sale. You can get 30% off of pretty much everything on the site except for the Ikari Warriors Super Joystick. Everything else 30% off. But the Build-A-Cade is still at 50% off. I'm nuts. $49.99, GRS Build-A-Cade, add a Pi and soon a Viper, and you're ready to go. You go to GRS Arcade, you get some artwork, and you turn it into a Donkey Kong, Popeye, anything you want. $49. No one can touch that price. And in fact, no one can touch my other prices at 30% off either. Even a $79.99 Ikari Warriors Super Joystick is phenomenal as well. What else do we want to talk about tonight? I'm trying to remember to forget anything. Let's go to the chat first and see what's going on over there. I'm rambling once again. And I got some, Rex was sending me a message. I'm muted. I didn't mute. My microphone just died. I don't know why it died. I appreciate you guys letting me know. Let's see right here if we got any questions here. Yes, Apka. So the GRS Disc of Tron push-pull spinner will be compatible with this $5, give or take $1, new board, which will give you up to 4,000 pulses per rotation. 3 times Ultimark's sensitivity and settings. So yes, it'll work with both version 2 and version 2 of the standard buttonhole, as well as the Tron spinner, both of them. And we get it pretty much just the cost of making the PCB. We're not making any money on it as usual. We try to just do what we can for you guys to give you the best experience, the best products. That's kind of what we do, or at least that's what we try to do. Get this off the screen there. Goodbye. Goodbye. And I'm going to pull something up here as well. So this is, I want to show you guys this as well. This is Bobby Vu. I'll put the music on as well. Why not? So this is Bobby Vu's version 0.1. So this is my Viper with the R-Cade 3566 chipset that we will already have in the iiRcade, right? It's already been released for that. X-Arcade is going to be using the Viper. You heard it here first. X-Arcade is going to be using the GRS Viper for their products. It'll be available on their website soon. And also the Build-A-Cade, and also for standalone projects, you can get it. So Bobby Vu, this right here is not his first. He sent me a couple of the test builds before, but this one is about 24,000 ROMs, about 900 megs. Sorry, 900 gigs, megs, 900 gigs. I think his full one will be about 2 terabytes. But you can see right here. First of all, the women are gorgeous. So, but you can see when you pick a game, it'll pop up on the screen. How many games are in that particular system, and it's got a bunch of systems listed in here. So this will be something you'll be able to download. I'm sure Bobby will take an announcement where you can get this. Obviously, I can't post this. I'm still in testing, but it'll work with light guns. The light guns will be set up in here. Everything that works in the Viper will still work in here, but it'll have Bobby Vu's artwork talents and beautiful women, and the ROMs done in here. So this will be coming from him. There's still some bugs like this. I think this one is missing, but also I'm running on a slow. I don't have an old hard drive, like 5200 RPM. You definitely want to have a fast USB or a fast micro SD card to do this, or a fast hard drive. Definitely not what I'm running on right now. But all these different games are in here. If I can go into one of these. So there's still artwork missing, so Bobby's still working on this. But if you have the GRS Viper and you don't want to use the built-in software downloader, if you like Bobby Vu and what he does, he will have a custom, beautifully designed system here to be able to download. And that's what this is right here. And I just started testing it. It took me, I don't have the best internet, it took me a couple of days actually to not only download it, then to unarchive it. And this one, like I said, is not a full one. It's only 24,000 ROMs in this one. But Bobby Vu is the man, and that's exactly right. Bobby Vu is what we need. And there were other Vipers sent out to other guys that said they were going to do it, and they never did. So maybe they're still going to do it. I don't know. But they got it during the development phase, and maybe we turned them off. I don't know. But we told them it was a very early version of the Viper. But the only person who has come forward and worked on a new theme, you probably do other themes. This is a whole theme you install, music you install, and then ROM. This is all coming from Bobby Vu. He's a good friend of the channel. He's always been there for me. And so far, he's the only person next making the build. But again, now that X-Arcade and other companies are using the Viper, and then we'll be using the Viper Venom, including in my full-size unit, the Vipers are going to start getting a lot more support. But of course, the Viper already has a built-in software downloader as it is. Andy's Game Room. Will there be a download without ROMs? I am sure there will be. That'll all be through Bobby Vu and how he decides to do it. Right now, I can't release this. I promised him I was just going to test it. I was going to show it off. But Bobby, I'm sure, will have ways to get this out to you guys. Meatball Saucy, I agree. I want one myself. I already built two, but I want to build a pin. I want you guys to have a, New Wave Toys using their black hole and putting a V pin next to it. And there's nothing wrong with having, a recreation and then a virtual pin. I like repin because I can kind of sample games I wouldn't normally play. Who's going to go out and spend $1 jillion buying all different pinball machines to try them out? No, virtual pinball, you can do that. Now, of course, it is not the exact same experience. It is not going to beat mechanical pinball for physics, but that's okay. If you just want to sit down and play some pinball, good enough for me. Video Game Vegas, glensretroshow. I'm sure you will give Metal Jesus a copy of Viper. Well, actually, I've been talking to Metal Jesus Rocks and ETA Prime and Drunken Master Paul and Metal Pixel, amazing John Hancock. They're all well aware of what I'm doing, and I always keep them in the loop and offer them review units as well. So, absolutely. I know that the ETA Prime is waiting for the Viper Venom. That's what he's really waiting to see. As soon as that's available, we'll get it out to him and see how it goes. I'm not forgetting anything I want to bring up. So was that? Oh, the GRS Build-A-Cade FU edition. I want to talk about a couple things here. So, where to begin on this one? So, as I said earlier, I'm going to try and keep an eye on the chat. If I miss a question, just post it again, and I apologize. It's hard I get so many things. When you do a show by yourself, it's always hard to keep everything in check. But I want to say that this is obviously a preliminary design. The control panel you see right here will not be what it is. We will be offering, basically with the iiRcade head, as a stock control panel, which means you have two joysticks with gate switchers. It will be the smaller trackball. It'll be the 2-inch trackball, gate switchers, all that you've got with the iiRcade will be on there. So we'll be offering very easy removable control decks that you can store inside the unit. So you can pull it out, store it, and we'll be offering Ikari Warriors Super Joysticks. Now, I am in talks with SNK. Again, you got to realize when you license something, it can be very expensive. But I am trying to see if they would want to do an Ikari Warriors edition in the Build-A-Cade. Skinned, the ROM, controllers. So we're definitely going to do the controllers anyway. But it'd be nice if we could offer a tier where if anyone wanted an actual Ikari Warriors edition, well, we could offer that at that time. We'll be offering the 3-inch trackball for games like Missile Command, Marble Madness. That'd be a separate deck with a 3-inch ball in there. Obviously, dual joysticks. If you don't want to use Ikari sticks, you want dual joysticks for like Robotron or Crazy Climber. our Sinden Target Pros, offering a deck for that, and so forth. So, and Tron, obviously, you have to have a deck for that. So we'll be offering all those different decks, and you can store them in the coin area. The one thing, everything I've said to you guys in the past about it is still true. It's going to have the Viper Venom, which is an R-Cade3588. So that's the Beast machine. But of course, you can put a PC in there. We'll have a spot. You can put a PC. You can use the Viper. You can use both. Whatever you want to do. We're going to have the speakers downward facing now, not facing forward. I think an arcade's better doing it that way. It'll be compatible with Outlinks, BitPixel, and BitLCD. The one thing I really needed to mention was the big problem, and Meatball Sauce is kind of just touching on here. So here's the deal. I need you guys' attention. Here's the deal. So the entire time I was doing this project, I wanted a 26-inch 4x3 screen. That was one of the big things that I wanted. And with everything else, I was, again, you know, guys don't know everything we're doing on this yet, because I want to do that when the Kickstarter happens. I don't want other people to take every idea I have and, you know, steal it. But I really wanted a 26-inch screen. The best person or company to really do that would be Unico. And we've been talking to Unico for a while. And they gave us what they thought their best price was. But it's still expensive, number one. Number two, if I do a 26-inch screen that's just the size of the Build-A-Cade, the weight of the unit is going to be about 311 pounds. Now, of course, it comes in boxes, flat packs. You got to put it together. But I think 311 pounds for shipping, for everything else, is just too much. So I absolutely have to have a screen rotate. I'm not giving that up. The screen rotation will happen by the Viper. You pick the game, it'll turn. But like the gate switchers, you can press a button and move the screen yourself. The motorized screen for me was, I was not giving that up. That has to be something that I had to have. But due to cost, because again, I want to give you guys the highest quality machine at a price that's unbelievable. But certain vendors at certain prices that they want it for, size, weight, all comes into play. So to get everything else that I wanted in this machine, which I know you guys are going to love, to get everything else I wanted, I had to relent on that 26-inch screen. We will be using a 19-inch screen. I hope that's not a deal breaker. And the iiRcades, they're 19-inch screens. They're a very good size. It will be 4x3, but unfortunately, just because of the weight, that the 26 screen, except it's going to be bigger, right? If it's a 26-inch screen, you got to make everything bigger. It's more wood. It's just a lot more to do and cost. And as much as I really, really, really fought and really, really wanted a 26-inch screen, and also for the look, like if you want to build a Donkey Kong style cabinet, that 26-inch screen is going to throw it off. So all those things this morning, I came to the hard decision. And sometimes, you know, as much as I want things, I have to realize I can't always get anything I want. In fact, if anything, I've learned that the past year, I can't get everything I want. But I fought for what I felt was the ultimate home arcade. And it's going to be with a 19-inch display. That's the only thing that's changed. It'll be a 19-inch, and Ted, I appreciate that, but it will be a 19-inch, high-quality, viewable for every angle you need to view from, 4.3. Unfortunately, it won't be the 26. The 26 was just going to be, I think, undoable because of shipping. At least 311 pounds. That's a lot. A Donkey Kong arcade cabinet is 211 pounds. So to make this thing, take a 26-inch screen and keep everything in proportion, the weight was just way, way, way too much. And the cost of the Unico, they came down. They worked with us. I want to say they didn't. Unico did work with us, but it was still been $125 premium just to use their screen of what we could have gotten. If we went with our own 27-inch, we had a 27-inch screen we could have used and did a 4:3 aspect ratio on it. But again, that would still have made the rotation even bigger, and the machine would have been even wider. And my guys had to rein me in on that one. So I relent that, you know, I fight for what I fight for. I fight for what I want and what I think you guys want. But there are times where you have to get other things, and to make this happen, sometimes you have to give things up. And I had to give up on that on that 26-inch screen, unfortunately. No, there will be a 3-inch ball. The 3-inch ball will be available, but it won't be available on the stock deck. The stock deck will have the R-Cade layout. So 2 joysticks, gate switchers, the 2-inch trackball, everything the R-Cade has. We will have a dedicated deck with a 3-inch trackball and buttons for like Missile Command, all the different kinds of games. Might even do 2 trackballs. There's an old Atari football game. I don't know if you guys remember. It was just X's and O's, but there were 2 large trackballs on there. So I may even offer it like that. But the 3-inch trackball absolutely will be an option. It just will not be on the standard build deck. Now, we're going to be doing different tiers. So we're still figuring out how to do those tiers. Maybe you get the Build-A-Cade and it comes with certain decks. You could pick the trackball, 3-inch trackball deck. But the 3-inch trackball will be available. It just will not be in the stock, low-cost, entry-level Build-A-Cade FU edition, if you will. Let's see here. Make sure I'm missing the paper thin OLED would allow you to use any size screen. Yes, that's the problem. No, I've said on my channel so many times in the past, I want the sides of this machine to have, there's a cuttable OLED. I want the sides to change the artwork. I want it to be nuts. But then reality sets in. The cost is crazy because the technology is not quite there yet. But maybe in the Build-A-Cade FU version 5 edition, you'll have OLEDs on the sides where all the artwork would change. That would be the ultimate. That would be the ultimate. Yeah, the Legends Ultimate is under 100 pounds. We're shooting for around 200, 210 pounds for our unit. So it's going to be rock solid. I mean, the Legends Ultimate is pretty solid, but it's not super solid. It's not. The base it's a little squishy. The closest to us would have been the iiRcade. That thing's built like a tank, and we're going to build ours again. It's going to be real wood, real T-molding, and we're going over. We're going to give options for that because we have to keep the cost down. We can include a white or a black T-molding if you wanted for your unit, but you can always change it. It's T-molding. You pull it out and put your own in. To make this happen, I have to make sure the price is at a point where people will go into the Kickstarter and we get enough units sold. And then after it sells, hopefully the word gets out where people realize that the GRS Build-A-Cade, rotating screen, all these different functions on there is what they want. And we could sell more and start offering other options. And of course, the big thing is the modding scene. I know some people are modders, some people are not, but this machine is begging for you to take it and make it yours. Build-A-Cade was always make it your Cade. Like you see right here on my center screen. This is a Build-A-Cade with just different artwork. It wasn't hard to do, but you do have to put a little time into it. And you can make it look phenomenal. And this big unit is the big brother of the little unit. You can make yourself a Robotron just like that. You can make yourself a Popeye with a enhancement little board that goes over the screen. You can make yourself a Donkey Kong Jr. You could do a Donkey Kong. Whatever you want. That's what this thing is supposed to be all about. Well, Kevin, thank you. I don't want you guys to support me. I want it to be something you guys do want, and hopefully, again, a 19-inch. I look over here at the iiRcades. It's a good size screen, and the Donkey Kong machine was a 19-inch screen. I really just wanted the 26. I just wanted to go like big, but there comes a point in time where maybe it's just too big, and that 26-inch is just not going to work for us, unfortunately. If you want to add your own screen, it shouldn't be difficult at all. The back of the unit will be the front of the unit is accessible, but also accessible from the back. So the machine is really set up good for modders, to be quite honest. Yep, 26-inch wood, but it's just probably just going to be too big. So I had to give up on that point, cost, size, everything else. It just didn't work. Didn't work out for us. Video Game Vegas. Our brother loved that Atari trackball. And actually, that Atari football game is actually on the Legends Ultimate Atari football. I remember I was, 8, 9 years old. I went to this pizzeria, and it was this big tabletop with these 2 huge Missile Command style trackballs. It was football. One was X's, one was O's. Very simple game, but it was fun as hell. I sucked at it as usual. A few raising the hands. Scooby Foot. Steve M. I agree with you. It seems to be the consensus in the chat. 19-inch and 4.3 is just fine. Have you decided? We have a very good manufacturer. I'm not going to release who that is yet, but the screen is a top quality screen, viewable from all kinds of angles. So it would be equivalent to a BOE or better, or maybe it'll be a BOE. Can't say just yet. But the big thing is, one of the big things you're going to do in this machine is look at the screen. And if it's a shitty screen, and you go like this, and you go like that, and it washes out, unacceptable. You have to be able to look at it from any angle, but also, you have to look at it from every angle, no matter which orientation it's in. A lot of people just, when you buy a regular machine now, okay, you get a screen that's fine this way, but if you were to go up and down, maybe not so much. This screen has to be able to go in both directions, horizontal and vertical, and be very visible. So I said, if I'm giving up a 26-inch, that 19-inch better be the best we can get. And my team guaranteed me that that's what we're going to do. Will the bezel be strict? We'll be able to upgrade the monitor ourselves. You can go to the back, Messiah. On the back of their unit, you could technically get in there. But remember, this is a powered mount, just to be a little bit careful. But technically, yeah, you can get in there and change monitors. You can change anything in the back. There's a big door, look, open in the back. You have full access to the back of the unit. The big thing about this is to make sure it's easy to mod, easy to access every spot. Top, bottom, front, back. It'll be very easy to access. I don't want to show all those things off just yet. But once we do the Kickstarter, you guys will see the amount of time and effort we put into every goddamn detail, including the locking. We're using a special locking connector that is kind of brand new, unless we end up changing it for cost, because it's going to be a little pricey. But it's going to be an amazing way to assemble the unit, make it easy to do. That's the thing. This thing is going to be literally like a regular arcade machine at home. It is going to be real wood, solid, T-molding, real T-molding, and everything else. The quality of this thing is not in question. The only thing I really honestly wanted was that 26-inch screen. It just, again, sometimes my eyes are bigger than what my body can cash. So I think with the screen, you guys will still be very happy with it. Well, originally, T-Sticks wanted it to be pre-built and delivered right to your house. And then they looked at what it would cost. And then that's when I started getting beat up with the 26-inch screen because of weight and size. So it's going to be, we're hoping to do it in 2, but it could be 3 separate shipments of packs due to weight. We're trying to keep the shipping cost reasonable. But we'll have to see how that ends up. Moeller, this will be a full size. It's not 3/4. This will be a full size Build-A-Cade. So we'll have the 1/6 version and then an actual, like Donkey Kong sized machine. That's the size we're going for. Messiah, just don't do us like Polycade. I know you won't. Tyler done, did he? You know, I talked to him like a week ago. So I don't know. I'm sure he'll be back. He's on vacation, maybe. And it will be, yes. So we are going to build a prototype. I wasn't sure if we were going to build a prototype or not. So if we didn't build a prototype, it would have been on Indiegogo. But we all agreed we should build a prototype unit. And so you guys can really see it. And I can really show you all the features about it. And that's the right way. So we'll do a Kickstarter on it. And we're just crunching all the numbers. Again, I know like the full size, was the XL, Killer Instinct was like $1,000 or something like that. And we're going to be cheaper than that and have better screen, better performance, better controllers, features up the wazoo. This thing will have so much more than that thing would have had, and for less. For less. Exactly. So that was my team telling me that they use a 19-inch screen. I said, I understand that, but I want a 26. I want that big screen. But it would have thrown the machine's proportions out of whack, because the circle you see around here, the circle around the screen, that's going to allow that screen to be power rotated. And to do that in a 26, it just made it so wide. It just wasn't going to work, unfortunately. And it does suck. That would be pretty damn good. Dwarf FU. Full size unit. That, Jason, I'm not quite sure. So probably parts will be like, I'm assuming the motorized screen mount part, the control deck, that stuff will be all pre-built. We really talk about the sides, and it will be like a lock and key thing. We're trying not to use actual screws, more like you slide it, locks in place, and then maybe you just push something in to keep it locked. The control deck is the big thing. One of the biggest or worst feedbacks we got on the 1/6 scale Build-A-Cade was it wasn't easy to change the control panels. Well, it's because originally it was just a Donkey Kong. It didn't need the controls changed. But we're making sure now it's pretty much like a one-handed operation to change out the deck, put another one in, or maybe two hands. You still got to plug in a USB. So USB and put the deck in, pull the deck out, and so forth. So it'll be as easy to do as possible. Is the control panel open on the sides? No. It will be all enclosed. There'll be a release mechanism. Not going to tell you what that is just yet. But you just release and it pulls out and pull out USB. Originally I wanted pogo pins. I wanted them to take the control panel, put it in, pull it out, pull in, pull it out. However, the problem with the pogo pins is I want third parties to make their own control decks. So to make it more universal, USB. That's going to be the easiest for a third party or someone starting up, making a special controller, USB and plug it in versus trying to get pogo pins. And it's more inexpensive to use a USB connector over pogo pins. So maybe at some point we can make an adapter and plug in USB for pogo pins and do it like that in the future. But I think right now for this unit, I think staying with USB would be the better way to go. Kevin Clausen, $2. FU for the win. That's what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping that when this Kickstarter starts and you see all the things that you're going to get with this unit and the price you're going to get it for, I'm really hoping it sells well. I really want this to be in everyone's home. I get people still want a real machine. You can have real machines, but I think every home arcade should have real machines and at least one multi-cade. And this machine, I've seen what other people have done. I know what I want and what I wanted to do, and that's what this is going to be. So if you guys have ever used any one of my controllers, if you guys ever used any one of my products or know anything about me, I'm going to make sure this is the best it could possibly be. Now, will it be perfect for everyone? I would like it to be. Doesn't mean it will be, but I would sure like it to be, and I want you guys to enjoy it, mostly. Build it with your family, build it with your friends, and then a lot of beer and enjoy it. See? Video Game Vegas, same thing. You saw it at a pizzeria as well. Boom. What do we got here? Make sure I'm not missing anyone here. And this is the original render. This render is already pretty old. We've made a lot of changes to it. But again, I don't want to give that away just yet. Once we're getting close to the Kickstarter, that's when I'll show you all the little tricks of the trade and all the neat little things and like New Wave toys, right? New Wave toys, when you buy those things, there's little things that are not a big deal, but they're really cool and they add to the overall effect, right? That's what we'll be doing here. And again, I have partners. I have Al Link for the marquees. I'm going to have, oh my God, Joystick Arcade or Escape Pod, Arcade Graphics doing artwork for it. I'm going to have 99vLiveds Arcade or a few other people I'm talking to make control decks, wood, other things to enhance it. So I'm already talking to the right people. We have R-Cade, who's going to make sure it's all customized for it. And I know people still asking when's the Viper going to be released. I could say almost like any day now. We got to put that stake down. We keep adding features. We added a couple new features just this morning. Got a new build with new features in there, running like Doom 3 or running Duke Nukem 3D, being able to connect it to an HDMI, which is doing right here. This is Bobby's build on HDMI. But if you put in a Build-A-Cade, it automatically knows, and it'll switch to the internal screen. And you unplug it, it goes to the external screen. It's already self-aware. It'll know if the audio is going through HDMI, or if audio has to go through the Build-A-Cade speakers. So building all these things in. Now, again, is everything built in yet? No. Will we constantly be adding features? Yes, and that's easy because it's over-the-air updates, right? That's the beautiful thing about it. See, Pop Red, that's the thing. So if we went with that 26-inch screen, the machine would have been easily, from our calculations, 311 pounds. So we even toyed with the idea. I'm going to tell you guys, and I said no. But we were toying with the idea. You can see in the rendering, it's light blue on the top and then dark blue on the bottom, right? We were toying with the idea of what that would. We would almost offer it like a bar top. We would sell just that to save on shipping, and then have someone in the States build the bottom. And I said no. And the reason I said no is not that other people couldn't do it, but I want the quality of the wood and everything on it to be the same. I can't guarantee, maybe someone will do a better job. I don't know. But I can't take the chance of you guys buying this machine, whatever money we sell it for, at the top, then someone builds the bottom and it's not right, it doesn't match, it doesn't fit right. I couldn't do that. So shipping is a concern. We thought about having other people maybe building it, or even we sold all the guts and someone built everything. I didn't want to do that. This has to come as a complete unit by us, so I know, almost like Apple, I know when every screw was done, every piece of wood, where we got the wood, how it was cut, how it was milled, that it was checked when we ship it. I need all that. I want you guys to get a unit that when you put it together, you just go, holy shit. F you, man. I got it. That's what I want. I agree. Actually, I've got it down now. Don't look at the instructions. I could build a Build-A-Cade in 15 minutes. Soup to nuts. Boom. And they're great. I gave one to I guess my ex-girlfriend's now his daughter, Ellie. Miss her to death, but I'd given her a Build-A-Cade and a Raspberry Pi to do for a school project. It never happened. I don't know if they threw it out by this point. I don't know. Hopefully she'll build it. I think it's fun. I think she'll have some fun with it if she did. And Ellie, if you're watching, I'm just saying hello. Hope you're having a good day. Let's see right here. Oh, Zero. I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Zero. I love the idea of easy switchable control decks. I saw that the R-Cade did it with their control decks, but the swappable control decks are expensive. Well, we're trying not to make that happen. We're trying to, obviously, if we're doing like the Ikari decks, we have two of them in there, that's $80 a piece. So they might be a little expensive with some, but others will make inexpensive as possible. All my controllers are high quality, inexpensive. And that's something I pride myself on. I mean, if you look on our website now, we're giving stuff away for like nothing, to be quite honest. Boop. Pull this over here. Let me pull this thing down here. I mean, we're still doing 30% off on everything except the Ikari Warrior Stick. I still can't do it on that one, but you get a Star Wars Flight Yoke at 30% off. You get the Tron Stick 30% off. You get the push-pull spinners, everything 30% off, except for the Build-A-Cade, 50% off. $49. Where are you going to find something like that? Even if you wanted a case for your Pi, you're not going to find a better looking case for $49. I mean, it's insane. My guys have time want to kill me. Carlo, I got money in the budget for the GRS and the quarter scale wheel pinball. Rabbit amusement. I haven't taken a look at that yet. I'm a little concerned. I don't know, but hopefully, Carlo, it comes out nice and it'll be money well spent. Meatball Saucy, yes, of course. We have R-Cade graphics. We have Skate Pod. And of course, we have Joe Sabo's R-Cade. And I'm sure there'll be other people. We'll release the dimensions. And I'm sure other people have designed their own artwork for it. But of course we are. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Green Sammy 87, that's what I like doing, like twisting arms. But I twist arms gently. At these prices, it's a gentle twist. And oh my God, I've got to show you guys something else tonight. I'm losing my mind. I've got to show you guys something. So. Talking about twisting arms. Where is it now? Did I even put it up here? I must have. Okay, so let's go back to here again. So we have the GRS. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Back to home. Go back to controllers. Bang. So this was our first Kickstarter, the flight yoke, right? It is the best in the world. I know Allen One makes one, but I'm sorry, mine's better. Mine does the original arcade machine. Mine does arcade one-up. Mine does PCs. No gears. Doesn't extend out from the back. Hall effect. It is cheaper. Has all the features built in, where the Allen One is not cheaper. It is more arcade accurate. I'll give it that. It is. But it's also only designed for the arcade. It costs more money to make it USB. But can we still improve the GRS flight yoke? I think we can. And I'm going to show you guys right now. Takes off screen. So I talked about this for a while, as usual. Boop. Yeah, leave that down there. So I'm going to show you something. And I was hoping to have it here, but it got lost in the mail. So that's why I'm showing it now, because it got lost in the mail. They're going to make another one. So this is an attachment we're going to be offering that'll give you a throttle and 4 buttons on the left finger, and then an analog joystick and 4 buttons on the right. And it will basically clip on to your flight yoke. So you want to play Spy Hunter, or there's some Star Wars games where you need a throttle. We're going to be offering this soon. And this will be fully rechargeable. The battery will probably last, I think it was like 2 weeks to a month. I'm not quite sure. But this will enhance and give you more controllers options on your flight yoke. So you still have all the regular forward, back, turn, 4 buttons here, 2 on the bottom. And now we're going to add a throttle. We're going to add 4 buttons, an analog joystick, and 4 buttons. That'll be on here. Battle Pod, there you go. Brad, bang. You want to play some Battle Pod? There you go. And they will be connecting wirelessly. We'll have a small module. They're going to take your Star Wars USB flight yoke, plug it to a module. That module then goes to the computer, and that'll connect to these 2 little devices. I was kind of hoping to have it to show tonight, but it got lost in the mail. And I'm showing it to you guys anyway, because it's planned. That was what tonight's episode was about. And I almost forgot to show you guys this. So price, not sure yet, but it'll be very reasonable. And you'll have a ton of additional controls you can set up in your games. You can see in the background, there's that Star Wars game that's on Steam. I keep forgetting the name of it. But all at your fingertips. Everything right there. Especially like Spy Hunter. Now you got all the controls you need. Road Blasters too. Absolutely, man. Absolutely will. Absolutely. Your dog ate it. What'd your dog eat? Testing. Okay. You can hear me now. These little cheap little microphones, they're on, but they keep dying. So we'll just turn that off. Hopefully you can hear me now. And it was better. Thanks, Kevin. $2 super chat. I think I'm back now. Good. So that was just I wanted to show you that too. So that's something that's coming out as well. It'll be out probably early next year. And it'll attach fairly easily to your yoke, and you can move them. You can put them on, take them off, put them on, take them off, and so forth. So I just wanted to show you that. So I think that was everything I wanted to cover tonight.
Again, if you guys want anything right now, we still have a sale going on, 30% off on everything but the Ikari sticks, 50% off on the Build-A-Cade, the full size FU edition. Again, I think you guys will be very happy with it, but we did change it to a 19-inch screen. I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. And once again, guys, I really appreciate all you guys. Paperboy, Paperboy, where's that? Here. Cool. So we are planning on making a motorcycle, bicycle, handlebars. It's always been in our pipeline. So we're making that one day. It'll definitely be after the full size FU edition, for sure. But we're still working at that. And a 720 controller. Maybe play 720. Make one of those two. So I want to thank you guys once again. You guys are my friends and family, for when other friends and family abandoned ship, I guess. But I really appreciate you guys. I know Super Game Room dudes are not on tonight, but my son and I, I have a TV show I got to watch tonight. I really appreciate you guys. And remember, you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Always tell family and friends you love them. Tomorrow's never promised. Let them know you care more than anything. I care. Let you guys know I care. I appreciate you guys every freaking week. You guys come out to watch me babble for a while now. But we're going to have guests on. I do have some guests lined up. We'll have them on in the coming weeks. And some gameplay and some old consoles and things. I want to really kick it old school. We're getting close to Christmas. We'll do some things, like we did last time with going through the catalogs. But for now, I want to wish you guys, listen, it's Friday night. Enjoy the last few hours. Enjoy Saturday. Enjoy Sunday, because the weekend is also not long. But I appreciate each one of you guys. And I want to tell you one last time, love you guys. Game on.
Moving on cartridges, hit reset. 8-bit dreams, can't lose that bet. Floppy disks and arcade lights. Pac-Man, Frogger, we're playing all night. Sixes in the background, neon in the air. 80s vibes, man, we didn't care. VHS tapes, staying up too late. Saturday cartoons, can't wait to escape. Dial-ups humming, we're hacking the code. Back when everything was in upload mode. Atari, Commodore, pixels on screen. Living in the future was more than a dream. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades, TV shows that ruled. You know we're kicking it old school. MTV playing our favorite jams. Moonwalking with MJ, Neon Slam. Ghostbusters gear, we're ready to go. Chasing slasher scenes, fears in tow. Back to the future, hop in the DeLorean. Knight Rider cruising, man, there's no ignoring them. Battlestar Galactica, what a ride. Looney Tunes, antics, pure joy inside. Blockbusters ruled, we lined up for days. Video games booted up in the pixelated maze. Movie marathons and popcorn nights, we ruled the screen, living in the lights. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back, that's how we roll, we roll. It's time to kick it old school, where the beats are fresh, the tech was gold. From arcades to TV shows that ruled, you know we're kicking it old school. Grab your joystick, the game's about to start. A high-score world, now that's an art. We're cruising on hoverboards, living our dream. Old school forever, we're igniting the scene. It's time to kick it old school, turn the clocks back, break the rules. When the pixels pop and the world was cool, we're taking it back.